test it. Right, it's selected, right? So selected date also 30 we got it. So that's how we can do that. But let's do that even previous month also how to select. So these are the two approaches. Either you can use a for loop or this parameterizing the XPath. So I hope all this parameterization is very important. You will use widely dynamically changing text. All these things you can handle with this. You can use a backtick here, and then you can build your own dynamic XPaths. So that's one of the good advantage in the JavaScript. So you can even write a function also. That function you can reuse. So all the places, right? So that function will get you the XPath. Then that XPath you can use wherever you want. So right, this parameterizing the XPaths all will know by practice. You will get that. You can easily achieve that. So this is the one of the very important concept. In real time you will use so many times, right? That we have to take care. Okay, so that's all about the date picker thing, and we can do now other scenarios. Few more scenarios are pending. Next one is, so we have completed mouse over, double click, right? Double click we have completed, but drag and drop also we completed, right? So we have to complete the right click and keyboard actions. So we have to perform the right click and keyboard actions, some more keyboard actions. We have completed double click, drag and drop, drag to method we use it for drag and drop, and double click we use it db click, and hovering purpose we use it hover method, right? These are the methods. Please remember those methods. By practice you will get those things. So now how to handle this right click operation. So you need to perform the right click operation, right? And you can take right click operation purpose. So many things are there. Always jQuery UI also you have a right click operation, or this website also provides a right click operation. Even this also provides a right click operation here. Somewhere here we can find it out. Drag and drop. Right click. Here we don't have. So you can use, let me show you here. So we have this one, context click. Right, yesterday we were discussing context menu. So this context menu you can use, and just perform the right click and you will get an alert. So or otherwise generally you won't get this kind of scenarios. Let me see any other scenarios we realistically will get where. And jQuery UI. There is one more website. Let me open that website. Stop this. So github.com and github.io. Here it is. So this one, you can use this, another one. Why this was opened? I think this one. No, this one. Right. Check the GitHub pages. Yeah, this one. I was talking about this one. So you can see, right click, you have edit, cut, copy, paste. This is the proper use case, right? For us, generally, so you will get in the web pages. So how can we handle this? Right click, maybe you can edit or cut, copy, paste. Generally, we will use copy, right? Then paste. So whatever you want, you can use it. So how can we do that, right? How can we do that? So I can just take the XPath of this, normalize hyphen space you can use, and then do that. So let's create a new class. Right click or context click, right? So just create a new file. Perform, right click, context click. Context click we call that also. So dot spec dot js. So import test and expect this. Expect, right? And then test tag you can use. Heroku app doesn't work out for us, but on the website we have this one. Take this one. This is a good example. Let me ping this to you. Yeah, I shared in the chat. Let's use that. Okay. So then I want to click on that. This. So right click me button, right? So the right click me button, that one. So first, okay, inspect. So inspect and then get this value. So select a sub, I'll go, and mostly it will give you context click. Normalize hyphen. Okay, there is a class, they have taken class directly. I will write a so I'll write our own XPath. So normalize hyphen space XPath. So yesterday we covered this, right? So just do that. So how to write that? Normalize hyphen space double forward slash span normalize
Space, hyphen space.
is equal to this one. We can give this. So I have explained yesterday in the XPath concepts, contains text when to use, text function when to use, normalize hyphen space when to use. Right? All these three differences I have given. Normalize hyphen space you can use even to identify with any text. If there are spaces are there, it will automatically ignore them. So that is the advantage with the normalize hyphen space. Surya and Shantkumar, I hope you are aware of this if you are using in your automation. So contains text also partially you can take, but no, we don't need to give a spaces, and it will just partial text you can give a beginning, middle, or anywhere. That's a contains text. If you use a text function, you have to give exact text. So if spaces are there, you cannot use a text function. So contains text will work out, but you don't need to provide a spaces there. But normalize space, you just give a text, that's enough. Even spaces are there, it will take care. You don't need to worry about that. So that's a very useful function in the XPaths, normalize hyphen space. And so take this entire thing and just will so identify the button, right click button. Just do the right click button, identify the right click button.
Sir, directly we can use the text function also, right?
You can use, but in this case you can use. There is no issue with that. Because
if the class has a space of attribute value, then we can go for this one normalized space, right?
just now I told you if there are spaces, leading spaces or tailing spaces, so that time normalize hyphen space can be used. So the text does have a space. So this text, right? This text. So the before and after, if there is a text, not in between the words. So such cases you can use this normalize hyphen space. So let me show you one of them. In the LinkedIn we have that kind of situation. See, if you go here, we have here, right? So we are going. So this one, there are spaces. See, if you see this, explore jobs and grow your network, there are so many spaces, right? They see before there are so many spaces. We don't know that many spaces, we cannot give that, right? So in order to handle that, so you will use a normalization space. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you can use a contains text, but you have to give this one, either one of the word or this entire text. Contains text also will support this spaces, it won't consider, because whatever the text you are giving substring, that will be taken care. But text function will look into that exactly. So if there are spaces, it will look for spaces also. That's a text function. If you use text function alone, we should not use that for this kind of scenarios. Okay, now let's go how to know identify this button, right click button. So const, so right click button, so equal to await page dot so locator, we just do the page dot locator. So there are simple, very simple thing you can do that. So what I have written here, let me take this one, right? We have written here, take this XPath. Right? So single quotes inside, single quotes not allowed. Just change it to double quotes. Now, if you observe this, you can see here. Are we in the right? Okay. See, this is the one. Click method has. So you can see click left mouse button, right mouse button, middle, anywhere. So that's what I'm just mentioning. This right click, right, that right click button. So dot click button, this is the button. So you do a right click operation. It will perform the right click operation. So that is the one thing how you can do that. And then, so if you want to, again, that is a menu, right? This is the menu. Once you right click, so you're getting menu. So this is again menu options. You can get all of them, whatever you want. So this is the UL tag. You can get all the list of options. So one of them you can again click on that, whatever the one you want. So that exercise you take up, but let me write this simple thing. So we don't need all this. Why we are getting all this? Oh, we got everything. So wait for the context menu to appear. So wait for selector, and this is the context menu. So dot class you can use. This simply you can give this one. So I'm going to write the dot class. So you don't need to give, just dot you put and replace the spaces. And from space onwards you don't need to provide it. Still it recognizes. Okay, just take this partial and dot class value. This CSS selector is a very useful for us. See, you are waiting for the, so verify the context menu is visible. You can just do that. Expect context menu to be visible. So that assertion, if you put, more than enough. So this is just a right click operation thing. Okay, so let's execute this. Then we'll see other example, keyboard related. Is it fine extending a little bit, or if you are no exhausted, let me know. Okay, perform right click operation. Oh, we are given wrong. So let me correct this. Perform. Right click or context menu. Context click.
Sir,
Mhm.
the file name and what we are providing in the test both are different. There is R missed in the file name, sir.
Perform. Okay, or you can see here. I can just remove this. Perform. F4. Okay, whatever it is there, just give that. Right? Perform right click operation. You can select one of them, copy or click whatever you want. So this is the one of the good example, real use case you will get, not the this Heroku app website one. You won't see that. This is the one you will see, more realistic ones. So then I want to, are you guys okay to extend, or so, because it will take another keyboard related things I want to show you. keyboard. Yeah. So this keyboard, no, interacting with the keyboard, right? All no. So instead of writing direct methods, so you can interact with the keyboard keys. All the keyboard keys you can interact. So keyboard provides an API for managing a virtual keyboard. The high-level API keyboard.type, which takes in track characters and generate proper key down, key press, and a key up on your pages, right? So even keyboard.down, so that you can control arrow down, arrow up, so arrow left, all this shift to backspace, multiple shift plus, so any key, right? If you want to press, you can use this. You can see here good examples they provided here. So page.keyboard.type, it will type letter by letter. So page.keyboard.press, it will press arrow left, so arrow down, whichever the one you want to press. So pressing arrow buttons, arrow down, arrow up, arrow left, right, we have, right, those things. And also you want to press backspace, you can press a backspace, or you want to press down, so shift down, you want to press the shift key, and then so you can do arrow left, and you can lift up the, so this shift key. So down will press, up will release that key. So that so we have in Selenium also actions class, key down, key press, right? Same here, keyboard dot down will press any key, keyboard dot up will release that key. So once you, so your action is done, you can release that key. So if you want to do that, so release the particular keys, and you can use this keyboard down and keyboard up, right? So that is a very useful methods. And then we can use, so press, you want to key multiple keys, you want to press shift key, or shift control A or control C, control V, if you want to do, you can do with the press method. So control plus A, control shift plus A, so whatever the methods you want, you can use that, right? So this is another lot of methods they provided, and we can down, insert text, press, type up, those methods we can use. Okay, so these examples I'll show you next week. So otherwise, then we can go for mostly next week. We can finish the all the basics, and I want to show you how to open multiple tabs, how to switch to them, and then these keyboard actions. With that, we are good, and only we need to cover that hooks, before all, after all, before each, after each, test dot before all, test dot before each, test dot after all, test dot after each. So this undescribed block, there is a describe block also there. So test dot describe. So these no hooks we need to cover before going for the framework design. Okay, so we'll understand with some examples, and then we are good. So there are many things are there. Still, you can do visual regression, maybe giving the screenshot, like our wireframes are there, right? That pace you can give, and then the visual testing also you can do with this Playwright. That also supports.
But what kind of wire marks? I mean, not wire marks.
Not wire marks. We have a screens, right? We have a screens, and the screens you have a design. So how the page looks like. That page and your current page, both will be compared. That visual testing you can do here.
Okay, we need to upload that PDF file, and it will compare with the current application.
Yeah, exactly. So they will give the PNG file. Basically, each page is different, right? Each page is different. So each page you have to tell, okay, this is the page. This page you compare with the current existing page. So it will check all the layout is correct or not, buttons or whatever specified there is declared here or not. It will compare. So, or for example, some controls. So all are placed properly or not, it will check. So you won't. Sometimes we will miss, right, with exactly the wireframes or the screens. So such kind of testing, visual testing also you can do with this. Maybe I'll show you one of them, whatever the application we are taking, maybe a logo, something will verify, okay, the page. And then that is exactly it is comparing or not, we can now see that. Maybe in the framework, I'll show you that instead of wasting time here. So we have to jump on the framework, that's very important. But overall concepts, independently I'm explaining because once we know the concepts, then we can implement in the framework, right? So that's why we are individual exercises we are doing. Okay, so next week we'll do this keyboard and tabs, and then we can complete that hooks thing also. Next week holidays also coming, long weekend, we have to see that. So do you have any plans, Surya and Sankumar?